I'm just going to whiz through the three pack because we do want to get Cheryl on because she's got better
Woohoo.
stuff to present and
Yeah,
she's
yeah,
more important
absolutely.
than
In
the
my
three of
case,
us.
so
But anyways,
good.
I was out at our Scottsdale office, so big shout out to Raquel for having me on Thursday. So if you were there on Thursday, some of this is going to be repeat. But a couple weeks ago, I talked about building your buyer pipeline in today's market, and so now I'm just going to talk about kind of what we're doing to build our seller pipeline because we're not getting necessarily everybody ready to put their house on the market for a variety of reasons. So number one, obviously, when you are dealing, you're staring at me, Nick.
Go.
You're making me very
No, I'm
nervous.
just making sure Cheryl's set. Then I'm going to unmute her microphone.
Okay, you're just making me nervous when you stare at me like
Apparently, I
that,
didn't know
bro.
that. That's going to be in the
What do you
game.
do when your clients stare at you? Okay, we won't go there.
Anyways, so obviously, if somebody's not ready to put their house on the market today, but they have talked to you about selling their home, you have to determine what their objection is. Right now, our sellers are really concerned about days on market. If I put my house on the market, how many days is going to be on market? Are there enough buyers out there? And if they are concerned about days on market, use the coming soon strategy. You got 30 days to put a house on the market where it doesn't accrue days on market and you can test the market, you can test price. I hear a lot, I have a low rate. I don't want to sell and absorb a high rate on my new property. All right, well, buy a new property, keep the old rate, and either sell your low rate or put a renter in there. People are concerned about market conditions, market crash, and or a recession. As I talk about all the time, 6 of the last 8 recessions that we've experienced in this country, home prices went up. It's so imperative to know objections and have your responses ready to go. Talk to other agents and ask them how they overcome these objections. Number 2, determine their timeline and strategy. You've got to know their motivation. You got to know where they're going. Why are you selling? Everybody goes, I get asked all the time, is this a good time to sell? The answer is always yes, but it just depends on what your motivation is. Is if you've got a job transfer and you've got to get out of Dodge, and it's always the right time to sell, regardless of what's going on in the market. But you got to know their motivation and where they're going. You got to know where they're going. You might want to be picking up the buyer side of stuff. They might be going to another state. You might want to pick up a referral fee. Always know their tipping point. What is, and this is the question I'm going to have with my seller. What has to happen in this market for you to put your house on the market? So determine what their tipping point is, because that will determine their timeline. Always talk about your negotiating strategies, and we'll have to get into that in a further podcast because I have a lot to say on how you present your negotiating strategies. You want them to walk away going, I don't know if any other agent that I talk with can do what Mike says he can do. And always discuss off-market buyers. You have people that might be interested in buying their house before it even goes on the MLS. So that's another, I wish I had more time. All right, follow-up strategies. Obviously, put them on a neighborhood report. You can use Armless, but this is my primary function or my primary purpose why I spend the extra money for my iFound Agent Premium website, so that everybody that I know that I have an address and an email for gets a report every single month of all the activity that's going on in their neighborhood. Plus, they get emails when something goes live or something closes within that month. Make sure you have your mobile app. I love this. Let's watch this one. I do this on video text a lot. If somebody's on the fence, somebody's not wanting to put their house on the market, I'm always paying attention to what's going on in their neighborhood. And I'm wanting to stay in touch with them at least once a month with monthly check-in calls. And I love just doing video texts. But I might find a property that just hit the market, and I might send them a video text saying, hey, John and Susie, this property just went on the market. This, depending on how it goes, can drastically impact the value of your property, our strategy, what we think we can get for the property, and just send it to them. Send them the link. It keeps them engaged, and obviously send them applicable news stories based on your Google alerts. The overall writing goal here is to stay top of mind when they are ready. When they are ready, are you the person? Boy, that was the quickest 3-pack.
Yeah.
That's
bam.
good info.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was like Chris Berman's, 3-minute.
Well,
Thank you for not screaming "whoop" every 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I don't do that.
Thanks, buddy.
All right, except when people awkwardly stare at me.
I wouldn't look. Trust me. You can just take it this for. I will never be looking at you.
All right, last announcement. We are doing we're doing this class next Monday at the Surprise office. A lot of times when I lead mastermind groups, Todd, with top producers or other agents, I love to ask the question of what is the exit strategy? What does the end of the road look like? And oftentimes it's death, or I'm just
that's
going
true.
to work till I can't work anymore. So we're going to put together a class of how you build a exit strategy from the ground up. What elements does your real estate business have to have? What questions you have to answer? And the biggest question is, do you have a business that somebody would pay you money for? And we're going to walk you through the template and some of the things that we go through in building our team, because at one point, I don't want to do this till I die, which at the way that I eat, it could be next week. So I don't
Why
know,
you look
Nick.
at me for that. I have nothing to do with that, buddy.
All right, so this is going to be on the calendar as well. So go to 6, the number 6, figuremindshift.com. And I know that the Goodyear office, the Surprise office, and the Arrowhead office do have Facebook events for this event. So that is going to be next Monday at 1 o'clock.